everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Hannah Rose and you're watching Home with Hannah. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about crystals, my top 7 favorite crystals. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because I have such a big passion for crystals. I even have my own crystal Instagram account. It's called Inner Sparkle Crystals. You'll be able to click the link to my Instagram account in the description box below, so make sure to go check that out and follow me if you love crystals as well. So crystals have been used for centuries and they've been used for their healing powers, both physical and emotional. And I feel passionate about the fact that you can use them as a tool in your day-to-day life. They're so beautiful to have around, but they're also so beneficial to use in your life. I use different types of crystals for different things in my life, such as self-love, abundance, wealth, happiness, joy. All of these crystals that I'm going to share with you today, I really do feel can help you in different aspects of your life. So if you're interested in finding out what 7 crystals I love and I would recommend to anybody, I just love all 7 of these crystals, just keep watching. So the first crystal we're going to be talking about is rose quartz. Now, rose quartz is so beautiful. I mean, look at the color. The color kind of explains the name, rose. It's usually found in like a pale pink. It can get to like a dark reddish color, but most of the time you'll find it in this shade of pale pink. And I love rose quartz. Now, I'll just tell you a quick story before I get into it. The first ever crystal that I purchased myself, besides the ones that I purchased as like a little kid, you know, like tumbled stones and stuff like that, and you'd buy the little bags of them as a child, I always used to love that. But rose quartz was the first one I was drawn to. And I highly recommend to anyone out there starting a crystal collection is to kind of see what seeks you. Don't go out looking for a crystal. The crystal will find you, or the package will find you, or the product will find you. You'll just stumble across one day and it will just feel right. And that's what happened. This crystal is the first ever crystal I can remember purchasing myself with my own money. It was back in 2015, 2014. I think it was 2015. I was just finishing up my first year of university, going into my second year. It was in the summer, so it would be, I think, summer of 2015. And I was at a market and there was a market stall of crystals outside, and I don't know, I was just drawn to this beautiful piece of rose quartz. And this is like a rough piece of rose quartz, so it's kind of like in its original form. It's not been tumbled or anything like that. So I love rose quartz in this rough form. This is obviously a bigger piece, but yeah, I was drawn to this one, and I'll tell you what, I was drawn to put this on my bedside table. I don't know why. I didn't know much about crystals at that time. That was probably like 5 years ago. I didn't know much about crystals, and I was just, my intuition told me to put it on my bedside table. And a month later, I was in a relationship with now my boyfriend, who I've been with for almost 5 years now. So yeah, I kind of just feel like this crystal brought love into my life. So I will treasure this for the rest of my life. I just love this piece. So going into more detail about rose quartz, you can buy crystals in different types of forms. So different types of shapes, such as this point. I've got a crystal wand. So I've got rose quartz in different types because it's one of my favorite crystals. One of the first ones I was attracted to. So yeah, rose quartz, I'm wearing it. You can wear it as jewelry. You can get it in different types of shapes. I have a lot of like rose quartz hearts. I have them in the rough format, tumble stones. There's endless possibilities, but just get something that feels right for you. So rose quartz is great for the heart chakra. You can kind of hold rose quartz over your heart chakra, and that will open you up to universal love, open you up to love in your life, to self-love. And they find rose quartz in places around the world like Brazil, South Africa, Madagascar. It can be found in multiple places. But yeah, when using rose quartz, you are going to be feeling the energy of love. So yeah, so definitely get yourself some rose quartz, highly recommended. Moving on, the next crystal that I love is amethyst. Now, How beautiful is amethyst? I think it's so, so, so beautiful. I love having these kind of clusters around my home. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. You can get those really tall amethysts. I mean, one day, that's one of my dreams, is in my future home, I want to have a big, tall amethyst crystal. But for now, I love having smaller pieces around my apartment. So yeah, I highly recommend amethyst. I think they're beautiful. I have different types of amethyst. I have amethyst jewelry that I wear. I have different shapes like this point. And these are great, like I'll go into shapes another day, but like this is great for setting intentions. It kind of points up to the universe. They're really, really helpful tools. So amethyst is one of my top 7 crystals because I feel like it's a great protection stone. You can find amethyst in places like Brazil, Bolivia, Uruguay, and actually places all around the world. Like you can find it in Europe, Africa, Canada, the US. So amethyst can be mined in like different areas of the world. So let me just show you this piece of amethyst. So amethyst with like a darker shade of purple is a higher grade, whereas amethyst with like a lower shade, like a lighter shade of purple, is a lower grade. And like I said, it's a great protection stone. It's great for, in terms of like emotional healing, it can help kind of clear away all the negative emotions. It's great for anxiety and making you feel more calm. It's also an amazing crystal to have on your bedside table. I've always had like a piece on my bedside table. You could put a piece under your pillow. Obviously, you'd probably want to use something more safe, like a tumbled stone or something, not one of these clusters where there's points. But you can put a piece under your pillow. And amethyst can help you if you suffer from insomnia, nightmares, or you just struggle to sleep at night, or you're just really tired and you want to make sure you have a good night's sleep. Then using amethyst as a tool for that is going to be really beneficial. Just put a piece like I do on your bedside table and it can really help you. Moving on to my third crystal, I wanted to talk about clear quartz. Now, a lot of these crystals, obviously, I feel like everybody needs, but clear quartz is a really great tool, not only alone, but also to have if you have a crystal collection. Because what clear quartz does is it amplifies any of the intentions or energy that another crystal has. So for instance, we talked about rose quartz. So when we put a piece of clear quartz next to the rose quartz, which we might have set the intention to open us up to new love in our life, right? And then you would put this clear quartz next to it, and that would amplify your intention into the universe. Clear quartz is also great for clarity in your life, to clear your mind. Maybe you've been really stressed over the past few weeks and you just really need to clear your mind. This can really be helpful. If you're making a really important decision and you want to take a bit of time to think about it, and you just need to kind of make your mind more clear about the decision you need to make, this can be a great tool to have just to help you make that decision. Maybe sit and meditate with your clear quartz and kind of set the intention to kind of make a decision, or set your intentions to kind of think about what would be the best path to take, and this can really help you in your decision making. Okay, so the next crystal I wanted to share with you, kind of similar to clear quartz, that's why I'm going to be showing it to you next, is selenite. Let me just show you this selenite tower that I have. So I've got this tower of selenite. This is great for putting your jewelry on, and so it's like great for like displaying your crystal jewelry, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But yeah, so I've got this and a few other pieces of selenite, as well as this selenite wand. I really like to use this as a tool. Now, the reason I love selenite is because I feel like it brings light into your life. If you just look at it, it's so beautiful, and it just is pure white light. It's just so pretty, and I love this. You do have to be careful with this. You don't want water to touch this because it will start to kind of break down and stuff. So you don't want to cleanse this really, unless you put it in the moonlight or something. Selenite is nice on its own. It doesn't really have to be cleansed or powered up because it's already got the energy of like cleansing, which is why I say you can put your crystal jewelry on it, because if you were just to hang your bracelets on this crystal tower, it would cleanse your crystals. So yeah, so I highly recommend selenite as a tool if you've got a crystal collection, because it's great to kind of place your crystals around selenite, and the energy of the selenite will help to cleanse your crystals, charge them up and stuff like that. Now, selenite is really good for the third eye and crown chakra, kind of like your amethyst is. And the reason for this, I feel like, is because it can really help to kind of cleanse your aura. It can help you connect to your higher self, connect to your spirit guides, your angels, and it's just all around a really good crystal. I highly recommend it. It can really help you to clear your energy field and just make you feel nice and light. Selenite is great for using when it's the full moon. You can use it to kind of clear your aura. A lot of people will like, I'll take that tool and I'll just kind of go from up to down, up, down, and I will like set an intention and just clear away any negative energies. When I use selenite, it helps clear my mind. I feel so light and energized. It brings that positivity and light into your life. Right, okay, so moving on to the next crystal. We're getting to the last few crystals now. I wanted to share with you this one because I love using this one for abundance and wealth, and that is pyrite. Let me just show you this beautiful piece of pyrite that I have. This piece of pyrite has beautiful cubic formations, and it's seen as fool's gold. You know, people call it fool's gold because it does look like you're holding gold in your hand. And because of that, it's a great crystal to use if you're wanting to attract abundance into your life, wealth into your life. And what is really, really funny, and this just shows that you should always listen to your intuition, because a lot of the time it's usually right. So I was just drawn to put this, like I always say I was drawn to do this because I was, and like naturally I put my pyrite, I have a little box that I just place it in so it doesn't get too ruined or anything, and I put it on the left hand side of my desk. And I also had my citrine there and my green aventurine, and for some reason, like, those crystals to me are just I use as a tool to kind of bring abundance into my life, wealth into my life. And I found that when I started researching more into pyrite and citrine and all of these things, I came across this video, and then I started reading more into it, and they were saying place on the left hand side of your desk. The left hand side is great for like your wealth and abundance when it comes to work and stuff, and the right hand side is for your other crystals. So on the right hand side of my desk, I have things like a rose quartz sphere and my like crystal points, like a clear quartz and stuff. And on the left hand side, I have my like pyrite, and like I said, so I thought that was funny because I listened to my intuition. I just was drawn to put it to the left hand side. You know, a lot of the time we, without realizing, kind of build up these blockages that are stopping us from being able to be abundant, to be wealthy, to be, you know, wealthy in terms of our health, our wellness, as well as our job and career and income. So sometimes we do put up these blockages because we don't feel like we're worthy enough, or oh, that's going to be too difficult, or that's not possible. So you kind of stop yourself from being able to receive that from the universe. So using crystals can really help to open you up and to kind of set the intentions that you are worthy and you are capable and you do deserve all of that in your life. So a little bit more about pyrite. It's great for the solar plexus chakra. It's great for manifesting, like I said, and it's also got a masculine energy. So the next crystal that holds a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy, it almost doesn't need to be like charged because it's got so much energy. It kind of always is charging itself, is citrine. Now, citrine is great for mental clarity. It's great for manifesting your dreams. If you're setting goals or you're starting a new opportunity, a new job, or something like that, citrine is a great tool to have in your life. It's a beautiful like yellow, it's got beautiful yellow tones. It almost a lot of the time looks like smoky quartz, and they can be mistaken sometimes, but citrine is like a beautiful yellow tone, and I really like to have it on my desk. Like I said, I put it on the left-hand side of my desk with my pyrite, and it helps me manifest my goals. I always set new goals, and I have goals that I'm always striving for throughout the year, and I kind of set the intentions for this to be my tool to help me manifest those. It's great for creativity and, like I said, clarity. And this can be quite a grounding tool because it's said to be good for your root chakra, your solar plexus. So I feel like citrine is a great crystal to have. It's full of energy. You'll really feel the power of this crystal, and it's an amazing tool to manifest those goals of yours. And my last stone that I want to kind of recommend to you is lapis lazuli. Now, lapis lazuli is great for your third eye chakra, like amethyst, and I believe selenite is good for your third eye, but it's also great for your throat chakra. You'll find a lot of the time blue crystals are seen as really good for communication. So they're good for your throat chakra. You can lay down and lay a piece of lapis lazuli on your throat chakra, and that can really help you be able to communicate better. Now, me as someone who kind of does YouTube and needs to sit down in front of a camera and just kind of talk, this could be a helpful tool for me if I'm struggling to think of how I want to say something, or if you've got an interview or a big speech coming up in front of lots of people. You might use lapis lazuli as a tool to help you kind of be more confident in yourself and to communicate your message in the best way possible. Lapis lazuli has been used for centuries. You know, ancient Egyptians used to use it in their jewelry and things. Buddhists believe that lapis lazuli can bring inner peace and also help you kind of get rid of those negative energies and be more free. So if you kind of want to communicate in the best way possible, in an honest way, be more free, have freedom in your life, lapis lazuli is a great crystal to have. Right, so that's it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I wanted to add this little bonus video onto my channel because crystals are such a big passion of mine. I'm always trying to learn more about crystals. I just love it. It's one of my favorite things to do in my spare time. It's like a little hobby of mine to collect crystals, research more about crystals, and I've started my Instagram account called Inner Sparkle Crystals. I will put a link to my Instagram page in the description below, and make sure to just check that out. I'm always posting different crystals and kind of talking about their metaphysical properties, as well as, you know, where they're sourced and things like that. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe below if you're not already. I post a lot of videos on self-care, and I also post midweek motivation where we do some cleaning motivation, or I talk about a motivational subject like self-development, things like that. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Until next time, I hope you all have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.